In our last video, we went over creating questionnaires, labels, questions, and answers, as well as creating smart fields, filling, and petrifying. In this video, we'll talk about conditions. Conditions are when you want a piece of text conditional, depending on how you answered the question. The first thing we'll do is we'll add an extra question. I could either put my cursor after this, the previous answer and push tab, or I could have came up to the SnapForms tab and clicked add. Either way, it will add a line for our next question. This question I'll call spouse. Sometimes there's a spouse, sometimes there's not. So I'll just type out, what is the spouse name? I'll also say something like skip if not applicable. Then I'll put my cursor over to answer, just like we did before, and I'll make a smart answer with just a regular single text box, and I'll click the OK button. Next, I'll come up to my form, the paragraph, where I want the conditional language to be. I'll go ahead and type out some conditional language, such as my spouse's name is blank. Here in the conditional place, I will highlight everything that's going to be conditional, this whole line. And I'm going to actually turn on the paragraph marker here so I can make sure that the paragraph marker at the end of the line is conditional, so that the line itself will go away if the language is not applicable. I'll also give an extra paragraph marker because no matter what, I do want this extra one to be there to make separation between my paragraph and my signatures. So I'll highlight the line, go up to SnapForms, and there's a drop down underneath Smart Field where I will select Smart Condition. I'll select spouse and make sure the language says is not empty. That way, if the spouse is filled out, this language will apply. And if the spouse is not filled out, in other words, it's empty, it will go away. I'll click the OK button on that. And if you'll notice, an if condition has been placed in front of the conditional language, and an ending cursor has been placed at the end of the language. Down in my questionnaire, I will just fill it out. Daniel Hoffmaster. Now I'll click fill to test it out. Perfect. And I'll click reset, make a blank name, click fill. Perfect. It has gone away just like we expected it to. And reset. Turn paragraph markers off for now. And the last thing I'll do is put the name field of the spouse inside the condition so that it actually shows up with the name. I'll do that the same way we did in the previous video. Highlight the area that I want the conditional name to be and put in field spouse. Okay. Now I'll test it out. Fill. Perfect. And I'll type out a spouse. Click fill. And it has worked exactly the way we expected it to.